Mark Zuckerberg just made a huge mistake. It could destroy Meta and Facebook. Realistically, there are probably a bunch of people at the company who shouldn't be here. That's a powerful soundbite from Mark Zuckerberg, directed at Meta and Facebook employees. It was part of broader comments the CEO made at a recent weekly employee Q&A session, which my colleague Jason Aiton first reported on a couple of days ago. Zuckerberg also announced severe cost-cutting measures and increased pressure on employees to execute as the company braces for tough times ahead. If I had to bet, I'd say that this might be one of the worst downturns that we've seen in recent history, Zuckerberg said. Part of my hope by raising expectations and having more aggressive goals, and just kind of turning up the heat a little bit, is that I think some of you might decide that this place isn't for you, and that self-selection is okay with me. At first glance, Zuckerberg's comments may seem like par for the course with a global recession on the horizon. But it actually reveals signs of a major problem, one that could severely damage Meta's outlook for years to come. Namely, Zuckerberg's comments come on the heels of another important piece of company communication, one that carried much the same tone. "I have to underscore that we are in serious times here and the headwinds are fierce," wrote Meta Chief Product Officer Chris Cox in an internal memo circulated to employees last week, and which was initially shared by The Verge. Because of the current environment, Cox went on to say that the company needed to execute flawlessly, and that company leaders needed to prioritize more ruthlessly as they figured out how to operate leaner, meaner, better, exciting teams. So, what's the problem with the message Zuckerberg and Meta executives are sending to the company? After all, flawless execution and ruthless prioritization are necessary in times like this, right? Not exactly. Research shows that employees thrive in an environment that promotes psychological safety, where people feel safe to take risks and make mistakes. By turning up the heat, as Zuckerberg put it, the company adds unnecessary pressure and makes a bad situation worse.